Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to my Roundiful Life. Just kidding. Hello, YouTube. I don't even know how to introduce this. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. My name is Steven. If you're watching this, you've read the first two chapters of my story, Asterisk. Just the story is basically about a love experience that I recently went through, and it's just a way for me to kind of get it out there. And it's also a way for me to share the story because a lot of people knew about this thing that happened for me this year. And yeah, I'm just telling it through a story. And this is chapter 3. And I hope you enjoy it. So in chapter 2, I talked about how we had the "I really like you" conversation. Also, talking about the possibility of being in a relationship, even though we both knew that we were so far apart. I'm in Arizona, hence the D-backs jersey, and he is in Minnesota. So he asked me to be honest with him, and I was, and it turned out that he felt the same way. So we now know that we liked each other. And that was it. And so a few weeks passed by. I was kind of just getting back into the routine again of dance season and dance shows, and I had a performance in Tech Week. Was still in contact with him every day. I would text him saying that I was going to rehearsal and that I was going to Tech and that I was going to get dinner and that I was going home and I was biking here and there and having to go back to work the next day. It just was constant communication between me and him. And also during that week, we had many conversations about me possibly going to visit him in Minnesota, and that I was willing to go out there. To that point, I had been looking at flights to go up there, a round trip. I was ready. I was so committed to going out there and seeing him. But no one knew. Absolutely no one knew. A lot of people knew about me thinking about it, but no one knew that I had decided that I was going to do it, and that coming Friday, I was going to buy a ticket. It was the last Friday in April. It was the show day. I went to work. I was texting him, all day, just telling him I was really nervous about the show. I was texting my choreographer, just telling her that I was really excited and I was nervous, and it was just a matter of performing and just typical performance time. Nervous, but I was very anxious, very nervous and excited at the same time. Yeah, so it came time. I was communicating with him that I was really busy and that I probably wasn't going to get back to him as fast as I needed to that week, and so, or that day. And so, I went to campus, was getting ready for the show, and I'm one to kind of get ready really fast. I don't like taking my time, one, because I just, have to be ready to be on the stage, warming up, watching the rest of the performances. So that was, it's important to me. But I got ready really fast and gave myself a break. And my roommate was there. She performed with me, and I was talking to her about, of course, him, and she was like, "How's everything going?" I'm like, "Good, this and that." And she knew mostly everything about, up to that point, about what we were going through, the conversations that me and him have and all that stuff. And so I went online, I looked at flights. There was a specific one that I, saw that was the cheapest one from Phoenix to Minneapolis. I decided that I would just go for 6 days. It would be really cheap for me to go, and put in my information and bought the ticket. I bought a round trip to Minneapolis for 6 days. I felt good. I almost felt like this rebel kind of thing. Like it just, like I was doing something that I shouldn't be doing, but it wasn't rebellious. It was my personal choice. I knew that I wanted to go out there, and I told him, that I was going to, and so I did it. It was done. Now it was just a matter of actually getting on the plane. So I had a month and a half to kind of prepare myself to meet him. After the show, me and my roommate and her family and some friends, we all went to dinner, and right before we got to the restaurant, I told her that I bought the ticket, and she kind of just gave me this look of like, you did? And, you know, and I'm like, yeah, I did it. You know, I bought the ticket. I spent a few $100s on it, and she's like, are you good? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm good. I feel really good about this. Like, it just, you know, I think she was just nervous at the fact that I was doing something that I wouldn't have normally done, but it was such a good feeling to do something out of the norm that I was just really excited about it. And so for her, it was very like, it's not like you to just like want to buy a ticket. And I'm like, I know, it came over me. I was really excited. And at this point, I told the guy I've been talking to that I wanted to go out there and visit him. So it just made sense. And she was like, okay, well, good for you. I'm glad that you were able to do that. And so I did. And we had dinner, and it was fine. And then about an hour later, I sent the guy I'd been talking to a picture of the itinerary. And he was like, you did it? And I'm like, I did. I bought the ticket. I'm going to go see you in June. He was like, awesome. I'm so excited for you to come out here. And then he's like, now I have to have an itinerary for you when you get out here so we can do things. And I'm like, well, you do that. I'm just going to be excited to go and see you. That was it. You know, I, again, went to bed a happy guy. Doing something that I wouldn't have normally done, but because I was so willing to put myself out there for this person and do things to keep him in contact with me, I did it. It felt good. It felt really good. And so now at this point, it was just a matter of meeting him. And that ends chapter 3. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Chapter 4 should be coming soon. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these chapters. Trying my best to get used to this YouTube thing, being in front of a camera. And I will see you later. I don't know why I do that. I will see you guys later.